Hey guys, Nyan here. Now, today I'm going to be talking about two very unique items that I feel are both insanely powerful and very, very highly underrated. They are Gore's Tome, a green item, and Dio's best friend, a red item. Now you might be thinking, what the hell is Nyan talking about? Both of these items, they either suck or they're not a power increase, right? And I'll get to that right away here. So let's talk about Gore's Tome first. The description for the item says 4% chance plus 4% on stack for chance on kill to drop a treasure worth 25 gold and scales over time. Now you might be thinking, what does it mean scales over time? So what it does is every time a treasure drops or a nugget, it's a nugget in game, but it says treasure. Whenever a treasure drops, it is worth the value of whatever your current normal chest cost is when you enter the stage. And then that goes up every time the difficulty like nudges up, that goes up. So like what this means is when two nuggets drop on a stage, you can instantly get a large chest, right? If you get them back to back, it's insane. So you might be thinking like it doesn't actually increase anything, it just gives you gold. So what that does is it saves you time, and as we know, time in this game is everything. You want to try to get as much loot as possible per stage in as little time as possible, right? So I feel like the sweet spot for stacking this item is about 3, because that gives you a 12% chance on kill, and if you think about how many monsters you're killing per stage, usually when you get 3 Gores Tomes, you can just start the teleporter right away, and by the time you're done the teleporter, you have enough gold to loot like 5 or 6 normal chests, plus like a large chest, depending on your luck, obviously, with nugget procs or treasure procs. But yeah, I feel like this item, because of how much time this item can save you, just waiting for gold to open chests, because you always want to open a few chests per stage, is insane. No other green item, especially green items, can do what this item can do. That's why I think this item is very powerful. The other item, or the other item that we talked about here, Dio, that I mentioned, Dio's best friend, the red item. You might be thinking right away, what the hell? What the hell, Nyan? All it does is give you a second life, and when you revive, you're invulnerable for 3 seconds, which honestly doesn't really matter. And I mean, you're right. The revive doesn't matter. What matters is it gives you peace of mind in an already good run, generally, when you pick this up, right? So what I mean by that is, you know how when you get low in combat in like a god run and you're freaking out because you're like, oh shit, I'm at 1% or 10% HP, I have to go hide or whatever. You might not have like insane regen, it happens sometimes. And so what happens when you get Dio's best friend is you go down to like 1%, and normally you would go hide or you're freaking out because you're worried, you don't want the run to end. But when you get that item, what happens is, or at least for me anyway, what happens is in combat I start playing better, I'm more relaxed, and then so that means when I get low, I'm not worried like, oh, I gotta go hide, I gotta go make sure, like, I'm worried I'm gonna die, because you have that second life, so you subconsciously just start playing better, right? Because you're not like, worried about every little thing that could hit you when you're low and just end your run. And that's why I think the item is so good, and I get a lot of flack for saying that, but I don't know, I feel like this item is very highly underrated. I know a lot of people, when they get it, they just like roll their eyes. Like, oh yeah, Dio's. I don't know. I don't do that. I think it's very powerful for being for the effect it has as a legendary. Now, I guess I should mention quickly here before this ends. Gore's Tome and Dio's best friends. They're both good at different points in the run, and I guess so what I mean by that is Gore's Tome is insanely good at the beginning of the run, whereas Dio's best friend is insanely good near the end of your run, or the longer your run goes. So like Gore's Tome on loop 1, insanely valuable. Loop 2, it's very good. Loop 3, it's just alright. And then 4 and on, I wouldn't even bother taking it. Right? So the item loses its value over time. Whereas Dio's best friend, I feel like increases its value over time, and the earlier you get it, the worse it is, because you don't know how your run's going to be, or like, you might have a really shitty run and you're like, whatever. the Dio doesn't really help you because it's already a bad run anyway, right? So I don't know. That's my thoughts on these items. I do, like I said, because of those two facts, what each of those two items do, I feel like they're very unique in that sense, and they are very undervalued by people. But yeah, hopefully this helped open your mind about Gores Dont and Dio's best friend. And yeah, I will see you guys again tomorrow.